So in Kabbalah, we look at the soul as a composite entity of powers. That you have the power to love, you have the power to think, to be wise, to be patient, to be understanding. All these powers are derived from Hashem's qualities. So we're made in His image. It's a very important general concept in Kabbalah, is what the Arizal said, that Adam olam katan va'olam Adam gadol. That man is a little world, and the world is a giant man. And what it's really describing is a hologram. You know what a hologram is? You take a picture of, there's a picture of a butterfly, and then you look at the butterfly's foot, and you see that that's made of a picture of a butterfly. And then you look at that picture of that butterfly's foot, and it's also really a butterfly. So it's like those little Russian dolls, one inside the other, inside the other, inside the other. This is a useful metaphor to understand how we are made in God's image through His traits and qualities. So those traits and qualities are active forces inside us. They're not concepts in a book. They are concepts in a book, but only because they're real active forces inside us. Okay? And each quality has a power we need to work in this world and to create balance. The goal in Kabbalah is not to be a prophet or to do miracles or to be famous or to sell a lot of books and tell people what to do. No. The goal in Kabbalah is to achieve balance of self, balance of your personality, balance of your thinking, your feeling, and your actions. And balance is achieved in a human being. How do we have balance? By having two sides. Once I get heavy on this side, I put more weight on the other side. I come back to the middle, just like scales. Right? Balance is, so there's counter forces in our soul. One is called chesed, which is the desire to give, the feeling of love, the feeling of wanting to share. And there's the opposite. What's the opposite of love? Okay, hate, but hate is not one of the names. That's a negative emotional trait. We call it negative, but it can be positive too. Hating evil is sonei ra, ove Hashem sinu ra. So even hatred is a quality. It's an emotion, but it derives from a power called Gevura, which is the left arm. It's represented in the human body as the left arm. The right arm is represented as Chesed. Now, one of the amazing, miraculous things is all of this derives out of the stories of the Chumash. So Avraham Avinu became the chariot of Chesed. And the rabbis say that Yitzhak Avinu became the chariot of Gevura. Now, Gevura is the power of the left side, which is strength, might, resistance, saying no, setting boundaries. These are all qualities that counterbalance the desire of giving, right? I want to give you everything, and I give you, whiskey, and it makes you sick. I gave you, but it wasn't good. So you see that everything has two sides to it. You could give somebody $1 million, and it'll destroy them. That's another idea so we need the balance of the left side and this is called the tree of life. Your soul is a miniature tree of life. And so the left arm balances the right arm. The left arm, which is represented in the stories of the Torah by Yitzhak Avinu. Whereas Avraham Avinu is represented in the Torahs as the right side of Chesed. And what did Avraham do? He opened up his house. He opened up his tent. He let people come in all the time, and he fed them, and he taught them about Hashem. So that's giving. And he traveled all over, and he went to Egypt, and he was in Syria, and he was in Iraq, and all these places, and all over Canaan. Whereas Yitzhak Avinu, he did the opposite. He was sitting alone, not alone, but he had, of course, his whole family structure around him. But Yitzhak Avinu, his job was to stay put in Eretz Yisrael and not go to Egypt and not go to Syria or any of these other places. So that was a constriction. That was a boundary that God set for him. So his quality, his powers is a boundary. Why is Sarah Imenu calling Yitzhak? Because tzahakti. God laughed with me. Now, the issue in Kabbalah of Yitzhak being Gevurah, power, might, and also representing laughter, although the laughter really, we say it derives from the left brain, which is called Bina. You have three powers of your soul in your brain, Chochmah, Bina, and Dot, right? The two right and the left, and of course the center again. And then of course down here you have the right and the left, Chesed and Gevurah, and you have Tiferet. Now these names are probably unfamiliar to you, but once you learn them, you understand that they aren't just names of powers, they reflect the power. So the idea of Tiferet is Pe'er, or beauty, and what's beauty? Balance, right? Why do some people, oh, she's attractive, oh, he's handsome, and other people not? Because of the balance of their features. If this guy's nose is too big, he's not so handsome anymore. Okay, so you see that the balance is representing the idea of beauty. So that's a quality also. Balance is something we strive for in life. Very few people are born with balance. You earn it by hard work, whether it's gymnastics or it's spirituality.